Dear audience, we are going to present an English play called Atom Poison. This play was originally written in Tamil by Vethathiri Maharizhi. The name of the Tamil play is Anuvisham. For your enjoyment and pleasure, Bhahirathi Shesappan has condensed and translated the play into English. The background of the play is as follows. A conscientious citizen of the world, Mr. Anboliyar, is suing in the moral court preceded by Judge Arivanandar, the four big nations of the world and the UN for creating atom poison and endangering the life on Earth. The place of action, the imaginary world. The building, moral court. Date and time of the first scene, June 10, 1957, 10 a.m. Now, the court is in session.
Mr. Anboliyar, you may now deliver your opening speech. Please describe to this court your accusations against the defendants.
Respected Honorable Judge, India, United States, Russia, and the United Kingdom are the four countries that are producing the atom poison. This is creating confusion in politics, spoiling the health of the world, and resulting in economic disasters. The human race is now afraid that science is becoming useless and it's only used to destroy our future. Even though this problem is created by these four nations, the UN is silently watching this happen, and they're not taking any action against this. So I'm placing the charges against the four nations and the UN. I have a witness to prove my accusations. I'm presenting this case as a representative of humanity. So please listen to our case and give us the right judgment.
Responsible leaders of the five big nations, do you understand what Mr. Anboliyar is bringing against you? I expect you to come forward one at a time and defend yourself. Nerji, please come forward as the first defendant. What is your stand on these accusations?
Honorable Judge, I believe this is a wrongful accusation. In our country, we have not produced a single atom bomb yet. We have not tested one or plan to produce it.
Mr. Anboliyar, do you have a lawyer to speak for your side on this case?
Respected Judge, there are many lawyers in this world who only know the law. Lawyers who care about the morality of the world, work selfless for the wellness of mankind, are very few, and I don't know any of them. So please, allow me to represent my own case.
No problem. Go ahead.
Thank you. Honorable Prime Minister Nerji, you are claiming you have not produced a single atom bomb and have no plans of producing any. If that is true, why did you create atomic research centers in India? How can you guarantee they're not going to produce any atom bombs in the future?
Indian people are a God-fearing population. They will never think of harming anyone else. We have opened atomic research centers in India only for the sake of using atomic research in constructive ways. We believe the poverty in India can be eradicated by the use of atomic energy.
You may not intend to create atom bombs, but there is no guarantee that your Congress party will always be in power in India. Once another party comes to power, they might think otherwise. Also, there is a danger that the atom that is converted into atomic energy produces atomic waste, which can escape and contaminate the Earth's atmosphere. Are there any measures taken for that issue?
Our scientists have researched this carefully. I will have to consult them in order to reply to this question.
Your Honor, my questions for Mr. Nerji are done.
The court is adjourned for today, and we will continue the case tomorrow morning.
1957. The second accused is Mr. Macmillan of England, and he is called on the stand.
Mr. Macmillan, you and the British government are being charged by Mr. Unboliar that you are spreading the dangerous poison of the atom bomb in the world, and Britain has done nothing about it. As the Prime Minister of the country, do you have a reply?
Respected Judge, the charges are not legal. We have not tested our atom bombs on any other country or violated any rules of the other countries. We produced and tested it within the borders of our own kingdom, which cannot be charged against by others. So, I request you to cancel all charges against us.
Mr. Unboliar, do you have any objections to his request?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Macmillan, you have every right to experiment within your own country, to create ammunition to protect your country. But the atom bomb? It's not a simple ammunition. It can't be tested within the borders of any country. Once the waste enters the atmosphere, it contaminates the Earth's atmosphere and impacts the world as a whole. Contaminating the air that humanity breathes and lives on is a murderous act, and an advanced country like Britain is not expected to do so. And I'm not just talking for myself, but representing humanity.
The British did not start the use of atom bombs. If other countries stop producing them, we will stop too. We have to remain competent in this world to protect our country. We cannot give up when others have them.
You producing atom bombs to protect yourself against the attack is not an acceptable argument. If you are doing something to protect yourself against the attack, that can be deemed as a defensive action. But producing more bombs? That is only offensive.
As a Prime Minister, I have a lot of responsibilities. I cannot reply to your silly questions. If we have no plans of bombing any country, and if the world gives up on wars, our country will be very happy, and we will destroy all atom bombs. That is all I can say.
Respected Judge, my questions for Mr. Macmillan are done.
The court is adjourned for today, and we will continue the case tomorrow morning.
June 12, 1957, 10 a.m. The court is in session. The third accused is Mr. Nikolai Bulganin of Russia, and he is called on the stand.
Mr. Bulganin, you and the Russian government are being charged by Mr. Unboliar that you are spreading the dangerous poison of the atom bomb in the world, and Russia has done nothing about it. As the Prime Minister of the country, do you have a reply?
Honorable Judge, we deserve no blame on that account. Our opposition, Britain and America, are playing with atom bombs, and their only goal is to destroy communism in Russia. We only produce atom bombs to protect our country. Once we know we have enough, we will stop producing any more.
What do you mean by when have enough of them? Is there a count you have for how many are needed?
Yes, sir. 2 for every enemy base and 25 for reserve. That is all we need.
Mr. Unboliar, you may continue your cross-examination.
Thank you, Mr. Judge. Mr. Bulganin, your estimate shocks me. Do you think producing atom bombs is the same as making and selling potato varas in the hotel? What is your political stand?
You know we are communists. We believe in sharing everything we have with everyone.
Yes, communism is a holy principle that proclaims equality for all. The ruler and ruled are treated alike. But it is not enough to just proclaim good principles and produce atom bombs to kill the world. You sound like someone who's sharpening his knife, proclaiming he only believes in nonviolence.
We will never use atom bombs. We only produce them to scare other countries from attacking us.
But wouldn't it be better if you sacrificed your country in establishing your principles rather than killing the world for your country? What would you do if some of your own people were against your principles?
We have our methods to work with people in our country if they are against our principles. There is no